The Raqia is presented as a solid, hammered-out sky, a concept differing from modern astronomy's view of empty space. The Raqia is described as a firmament, dividing the waters above from the waters below. Biblical references, such as Genesis 1:6-8, support the concept of a solid firmament. The ancient concept of the Raqia contrasts sharply with the modern understanding of the atmosphere and outer space. The verb raqa signifies the action of beating or spreading out metal. This process transforms a solid metal piece into a thin, wide sheet. The Raqia represents the resultant thin sheet of metal. Hammering is the key technique used to achieve the desired spread. The solid nature of the metal is maintained throughout the process. The craftsman's skill is essential in controlling the spread and thickness. Job 37:18 describes the sky as hard as a cast metal mirror. This description implies an unyielding and reflective barrier. The sky's metallic nature suggests a solid, unchanging structure. The reflective quality emphasizes the sky's role as a boundary. The visual representation conveys the sky's immutability and strength. Stars are depicted as fixed lamps on the firmament, challenging modern astrophysics. The firmament is visualized as a solid, enclosing structure rather than open space. Rain is shown falling through openings in the cosmic ceiling, contradicting modern meteorology. The concept presents a geocentric view of the universe, with the Earth at the center. This model contrasts with modern scientific understanding of celestial phenomena. The firmament acts as a physical barrier separating the terrestrial and celestial realms. Ancient world maps depict the Earth as a flat disk. This disk floats in a cosmic sea, with another sea existing above a solid firmament. The Raqia functions as a divider, separating the Earth from primordial chaos. The firmament prevents the newly formed creation from being overwhelmed by the primordial waters. The Noah's flood narrative involves the opening of the windows of heaven. The narrative also describes the bursting forth of the fountains of the great deep. These elements can be interpreted as technical descriptions of the cosmos's plumbing system. The windows of heaven and fountains of the great deep are presented as contributing to a global deluge. Ancient Israelite cosmology envisioned the firmament as a grand bathhouse. Ceiling nozzles controlled by levers released water, representing rain. The deliberate release of water illustrates the controlled nature of rain. Levers allowed for the regulation of water flow, symbolizing control over natural phenomena. This system reflects a belief in the intentionality and order of the cosmos. The bathhouse model visualizes the ancient understanding of rain as a deliberate act. Babylonian and Egyptian cosmologies shared a belief in a solid, tangible vault of the sky. The Enuma Elish provides a Babylonian account of the cosmos with a solid sky vault. Egyptian cosmology depicts the sky goddess Nut arching over the earth god Geb, forming a solid sky vault. Both cosmologies conceptualize the sky as a physical barrier separating the earthly realm from the heavens. Hebrew cosmology uniquely avoids narratives of divine conflict. The creation of the Raqia in Hebrew cosmology is attributed solely to God's word. Unlike other cosmologies, Hebrew cosmology emphasizes divine authority through verbal command. The absence of divine battles in Hebrew cosmology highlights a singular, unchallenged divine power. Hebrew cosmology presents a universe created by divine decree, not by divine struggle. Stars function as basic timekeeping devices. Babylonian astrology viewed stars as gods to be appeased. Babylonians feared the stars. Stars were not considered gods. Stars were not to be feared. Psalm 29:10 depicts God enthroned above the flood. The massive reservoir of water is held back by royal decree. God's enthronement signifies his supreme authority over all creation, including the flood. The throne room symbolizes a place of divine order and control. The flood represents the chaotic forces that are subject to God's command. The visualization emphasizes God's power to restrain and govern even the most chaotic elements. Isaiah's vision depicts God in a position of supreme elevation. Seraphim hover beneath the lintel of the upper chamber, symbolizing reverence and divine service. The vision emphasizes the holiness and transcendence of God. The seraphim's placement signifies their role as intermediaries between the divine and the earthly realms. The upper chamber represents a sacred space where divine revelation occurs. Ezekiel's vision depicts a mobile throne chariot ascending from the earth. The throne chariot passes through a firmament gate during its ascent. The chariot ultimately disappears into a sapphire pavement. The entire journey symbolizes a transition from the earthly to the divine. This vision represents a powerful connection between the terrestrial and celestial realms. The Holy of Holies is designed as a microcosm, reflecting the divine realm. The design intends to recreate the mist that veils God's throne. This mist symbolizes the barrier between the earthly and divine realms. The Raqia is the firmament separating the earthly realm from God's celestial throne. The Holy of Holies serves as a symbolic representation of this cosmic structure. The design evokes a sense of awe and reverence for the divine presence. Biblical texts primarily serve theological purposes rather than providing geometric or astrophysical information. The cosmic dome in biblical texts functions as a pedagogical tool to convey theological concepts. The interpretation of biblical texts requires understanding their intended theological context. Biblical narratives use symbolic language to communicate spiritual and moral lessons. Understanding the historical and cultural context is crucial for interpreting biblical texts accurately. Analogies simplify complex ideas for easier understanding, similar to children's science books. Children's science books often use simplified concepts to explain complex topics without literal accuracy. The goal is to convey the essence of the idea in an accessible and memorable way. Visual aids, such as diagrams and illustrations, are used to enhance comprehension. Analogies provide a framework for understanding new information by relating it to something familiar. This approach prioritizes conceptual understanding over technical precision. Scripture's theological message emphasizes God's infinite nature and absolute sovereignty. The theological message indicates that creation is contingent upon God's will and power. Theological texts define humans as God's vice-regents, entrusted with stewardship and responsibility. The unchanging nature of these theological principles provides a stable foundation for faith and understanding. Science refines our understanding of the universe, updating the boundaries of our knowledge. Theology provides fundamental coordinates that remain constant despite scientific advancements. Science and theology can coexist, with science expanding the map, while theology anchors the core coordinates. Scientific progress updates the map edges, but the core theological coordinates remain steadfast. Understanding ancient authors requires interpreting their ideas within their original context. Translating ancient worldviews necessitates acknowledging the differences between historical and contemporary perspectives. Accurate interpretation avoids imposing modern values or assumptions onto ancient texts. Historical context provides essential background for understanding the original intent and meaning of ancient writings. Analyzing ancient texts requires considering the author's social, political, and intellectual environment. A nuanced understanding of ancient authors prevents misinterpretations and promotes accurate historical analysis. Understanding ancient cosmology fosters humility by revealing the vastness of the universe. Ancient cosmological models reveal humanity's historical attempts to understand the universe. Recognition of past cosmological perspectives can inspire a sense of awe and wonder. Ancient cosmology encourages a reevaluation of humanity's place in the cosmos. An expanded cosmic perspective can transform traditional forms of worship. Acknowledging the universe's complexity promotes a deeper, more informed faith. Modern scientific theories, such as the Big Bang, are subject to a higher power. The Big Bang theory's validity is contingent upon a divine will. The true origin of reality is attributed to a divine creator. Scientific models serve as interpretations of a divinely ordained universe. The elegance of scientific theories reflects the divine design of the cosmos. Ancient cosmology provides a rich, layered narrative of the universe. This contrasts with the modern scientific view, which often presents a story of random atomic collisions. The ancient view emphasizes meaning and purpose within the cosmos. The modern scientific view focuses on physical processes without inherent purpose. The contrast highlights different approaches to understanding the universe. One rich in narrative, the other focused on empirical observation. This difference leads to distinct interpretations of human existence and its place in the world. The concept explores the notion that a divine force that shaped the universe also influences daily life. This perspective transforms the daily commute into a fundamental act of survival. Prayer is reinterpreted as a means of navigating and enduring the challenges of everyday existence. The firmament, once a cosmic concept, is now mirrored in the structures and systems of urban life. The act of commuting becomes a microcosm of larger existential themes. The divine possesses both immense power, capable of unleashing overwhelming forces. Yet, the divine also embodies gentleness, expressed through quiet, subtle communication. This duality reveals a spectrum of divine expression, from overwhelming power to intimate tenderness. The divine can manifest in grand displays of force and in the quietest of whispers. The perceived distance between divine presence and human suffering can seem vast. Heaven can be conceptualized as an immediate, accessible reality rather than a distant abstraction. Realizing the proximity of the divine collapses the perceived gap between God and the suffering. Empathy bridges the gap between the abstract concept of divine presence and the concrete reality of a neighbor's pain. Understanding fosters a sense of immediate connection and shared experience. The awareness of shared humanity diminishes the feeling of isolation and suffering. The term stereoma in the Septuagint reflects a concept of a solid sky. The Septuagint's use of stereoma maintains Hebrew realism rather than adopting Greek scientific perspectives. Analysis of stereoma reveals its preservation of the Hebrew understanding of a tangible, solid sky. The Septuagint's translation choices reflect a commitment to the original Hebrew worldview. Second Temple Judaism maintained the concept of a solid vault or canopy above the earth. Philo and Josephus described heavenly bodies as being embedded within this ice-bright canopy. The canopy served as a physical boundary separating the earthly realm from the heavens. This vault was perceived as a barrier, solid and impenetrable. The ice-bright nature of the canopy suggests a crystalline or frozen structure. This cosmological view influenced the understanding of the universe in Second Temple Judaism. The Copernican revolution did not disprove the existence of a roof or higher understanding. A spiral staircase does not negate the existence of the floor above. Both the roof and the floor represent different levels of understanding within a larger framework. The Copernican model reframed understanding without invalidating previous knowledge. New perspectives build upon existing knowledge, leading to a more comprehensive understanding. Earth's rotation and orbit do not negate the theological concept of God's sovereignty. The Bible's claim of God's majestic presence above cosmic waters remains theologically significant despite scientific understanding. Visualizing Earth's motion serves to complement, not contradict, theological interpretations of divine authority. The concept of God, seated above cosmic waters, symbolizes divine sovereignty over all creation, irrespective of Earth's movement. Jesus' cosmology includes references to the sign of Jonah. The sky turning dark at Jesus' crucifixion is a cosmological element. Angels ascending and descending are part of Jesus' cosmological framework. These elements contribute to an understanding of the universe within Jesus' teachings. The universe is visualized as a vertical, three-tiered structure. A solid firmament separates the upper and middle tiers of the universe. This three-tiered model aligns with imagery used by Jesus. The top tier represents the heavens, a realm of light and celestial beings. The bottom tier signifies the underworld, a realm of darkness and shadow. The declaration, "The kingdom of God is within you," collapses the traditional hierarchical structure. This concept represents a shift from external authority to internal spiritual experience. The kingdom is not a physical place, but an inner state of being. Traditional hierarchical structures are replaced by a sense of individual connection to the divine. This inner kingdom is accessible to all, regardless of social status or external circumstances. The collapse of the house symbolizes the dismantling of external barriers to spiritual truth. The ancient Israelites perceived the night sky as a tangible, solid dome or firmament directly overhead. Stars were believed to be fixed within this firmament, creating a sense of proximity and direct interaction with the heavens. This firmament separated the waters above from the earth below, a key element in their cosmological understanding. The sun, moon, and stars moved across this firmament daily, marking time and seasons. This conceptualization of the night sky influenced their religious beliefs and daily lives. Ancient tools were employed in the construction of the firmament, showcasing the engineering skills attributed to divine builders. Specialized techniques were developed to maintain the firmament's structural integrity over extended periods. The tools and techniques reflect a sophisticated understanding of material science and structural engineering. The exhibit highlights the advanced engineering prowess attributed to the divine builders of the firmament. The cosmic plumbing system regulates the waters above the firmament. This system controls the release of water, which manifests as rain. The firmament acts as a reservoir, storing vast quantities of water. Water is released from the firmament through controlled mechanisms. The simulation demonstrates the balance and precision of the cosmic water cycle. This regulated release ensures a consistent supply of rain. Artistic interpretations capture the firmament's beauty and majesty. The firmament is presented as a divine creation through artistic expression. Artists use diverse techniques to convey the awe-inspiring nature of the sky. The collection showcases a range of perspectives on the celestial sphere. Each artwork reflects the artist's personal connection to the cosmos. The musical performance draws inspiration from the sounds and rhythms of the firmament. The music aims to capture the ethereal and otherworldly qualities of the cosmos. Celestial harmonies are translated into musical notes and melodies. Rhythmic patterns mirror the movements of planets and celestial bodies. The performance seeks to evoke a sense of wonder and awe at the vastness of the universe. The dance performance embodies the dynamic movements of the firmament. The performance expresses the transformative nature of celestial energies. Movements are inspired by the patterns and rhythms of the cosmos. The dance interprets the constant flux and evolution of the universe. The performance seeks to capture the essence of celestial phenomena through human expression. The firmament serves as a source of peace and tranquility. Contemplating the firmament can inspire wisdom and understanding. Connecting with the vastness of the firmament promotes inner peace. The firmament's celestial beauty fosters a sense of inspiration. Meditation on the firmament encourages a deeper connection with the universe. The firmament provides a boundless source of reflection and contemplation. A virtual reality experience allows viewers to explore the firmament firsthand. The simulation provides an immersive environment for astronomical observation and learning. Users can interact with celestial objects and manipulate the environment to enhance understanding. The VR experience recreates the wonders of the cosmos in a detailed and accessible manner. This technology enables educational exploration of space without the limitations of physical travel. An interactive display allows users to manipulate elements of the firmament. Users can create custom cosmic landscapes by adjusting the position and properties of celestial bodies. The display provides a virtual environment for exploring astronomical phenomena. Users can simulate the formation of galaxies by manipulating gravitational forces and gas clouds. The interactive display facilitates a deeper understanding of celestial mechanics and astrophysics. The system allows for dynamic creation and exploration of diverse cosmic environments. The workshop explores the historical understanding of the firmament. Scientific perspectives on the firmament are examined. Theological interpretations of the firmament are also discussed. The workshop integrates history, science, and theology to provide a comprehensive view. Participants gain insights into diverse perspectives on the firmament. The educational workshop aims to foster a deeper understanding of the firmament. The firmament serves as a shared symbol of hope, unity, and connection within the community. The gathering celebrates the firmament as a unifying element for diverse individuals. The firmament symbolizes a sense of shared destiny and interconnectedness among people. The community finds solace and inspiration in the vastness and beauty of the firmament. The firmament represents a common ground that transcends cultural and geographical boundaries. Celebrating the firmament fosters a sense of collective identity and shared responsibility. The reflection room provides a space for contemplation on the meaning of the firmament. Viewers can explore the significance of the firmament in their personal lives. The room encourages introspection about humanity's place within the cosmos. The firmament serves as a symbolic reminder of the vastness and mystery of existence. Personal reflections on the firmament can lead to a deeper understanding of oneself. The reflection room offers a sanctuary for considering the profound questions of life and the universe.